Alright everyone, welcome back to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Now the main theme of this episode is going to be to clean up and calculate our existing infrastructure here, and then we'll place some residences to account for it. And then basically after we place those residences, we'll have to do another calculation on their needs, place the remaining buildings, do the pedestrian paths, and then do a few more residentials to account for the people that will be required for those additional buildings. And then place the utilities. And then we'll basically be ready to turn this city on and start doing things. But the first thing is to do a little bit of cleanup here. Now, we're going to kind of just do a review of all the different sections and just make everything nice and neat and tidy as possible here. And try to just get things looking as good as possible. That's really the objective. For instance, I want to move this down. So we'll grab our tool here and we can drag off here, and I'll place the new ones first, as we do have some space here. Might as well make use of it. We can just go to here, I guess. We'll wait. And I will whack that. Bring that there. Yeah, that's connected. And we'll just remove all this, just to try to make it a little nicer up there. Keep all the power stuff in a single corridor. Yeah, I think that looks okay. We could do the same thing with this one here. So we'll disconnect this. And we'll disconnect, we'll say this one, and this one. Which one is this? This is the export. Right. Yeah, okay, that's correct. Yeah, we can have all our sort of power lines here and nice corridor along here. And as for the one that came from, can remove this stuff here. Yeah. think this is all fine. Everything in here is named except for this one. Call this the export switch. Uh-huh. And coming off of the high voltage export, we'll have two sort of export lines, one for the north and one for the south. We'll remove this one. And the switches will probably be somewhere over here. Well, no, the high voltage one should actually be down here somewhere. Because we want it to go to this area. And the upper one, which is this one, would have a switch, I don't know, maybe somewhere over here. Yeah, which basically means that this one should really be going south along the big corridor. Like somewhere around here. Like that. And yeah, this one goes north. So we'll bring it. This is just to make sure that we have the proper space for this stuff. Now we'll put it here. Not sure if I'll go up there or not, but we'll just put one here. It might go up and around. Or it might go through here. We'll see how this area looks first. And then this one will probably come up around down this way. And yeah, this here will come down too. Something like that. It's the high voltage export switch stuff, and import switch isn't too important because we're not using high voltage in this area. We have everything available through our medium voltage switches, which will power this area and this area and this area. So it's not too important. It's just nice to get the placement going while we have the opportunity here. Alright, that's the water switch. Okay. So that all looks good. These are both named properly. Yeah. And there's nothing really to calculate in this area. Now there are a few road vehicles that we're going to need. And we might as well start on the sort of like infrastructure that we'll need for water distribution later on, as we will have this area connected with pipes, although at first we'll just have water trucks delivering water. But later on we will have everything connected, so it would be good to get the sewage or the water treatment in here as well. But first we'll do the road and horse maintenance stuff. So we've got our horse veterinary and carpenter shop, and then we have a vehicle repair station. And we'll actually build these up here, I think. What do these need for inputs? So we'll give them a warehouse as well, I think, as there's a fair amount that's required for a warehouse. We'll put the horse one here. And they do have a radius of effect, and we'll try to make use of that. We'll do that. Let's get our warehouse going first. this one here should do. Yep. I mean, we could do rail here, which is not a terrible idea. Let's try it and see what that would actually end up looking like. Where else did I use over here? Yeah, that one. And then let's connect the rail first. See if we have enough space here. Looks okay. We'll only be able to bring small trains in, but that's okay. It's a pretty small warehouse, so... yeah, it should be okay. And look at our signaling here. Oh, yeah. Something like that. We'll need another cross section over here. Space. I don't like that. Get rid of this one. And we'll get rid of that line. Okay, that's better. And this will actually be a chain. Yeah, we'll do like that. And like that. Okay. That's looking okay. We'll connect the road. And finally, we want the small vehicle repair station here as well. If we can get it in here. No? How much space do I need? We're gonna have to move this one over. Okay. Let's actually try this a different way. And start over here. Alright, we'll clean this up after. Okay. Let's start over here. So we'll do vehicle maintenance first. Our vehicle repair station here. Now I want to leave a little bit of space. And we'll put it here. No, can't build it there. I can build it here. Okay, we'll build it there. Okay. So let's delete this. And first, let's see if we can actually get the warehouse in this area as is. Was this one? No. This one. Ah, we can. But we can't get it to give us... Ah, there we go. The real question will be, can we get the rail connected, though? Let's find out. We're gonna delete these. And delete those. Okay, so if we remove the crossover here, and fix the tracks, remove the signals. I'm gonna bring our train back in here as close as possible. Oh, too close. What's going on here? Okay. Huh. What happened here? There we go. Okay. We'll put it there. And we'll need to clean up the other side. Oh yeah. So chain, regular signal. Regular signal, chain. Signal, chain. Right, we'll do the crossover here. I guess we don't really need to. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just continue. We'll do that. Oh yeah, I think that's fine. And we'll bring in like that. Yeah, we really want to make use of our train because it will be expensive to build, so the more stuff that we can kind of do with it, the better. Especially when it comes to transporting goods. The open storage stuff and the other stuff will deliver by truck, but the majority of it will come from the warehouse, and then we'll have another warehouse storage that's close to the town as well. Though smaller. And to at least try to make some use of the proximity maintenance, we'll just throw a road depot here that we can store stuff in. Could put it up here actually. Maybe. Yeah. Can I get it in the thing though? I have to put it like right here. Which I suppose is okay. And the other one that we will need nearby is on the other side. We'll want a horse pasture that we can put. That we can put horses in. I'm not sure on the carriages if you can put carriages in them or not, so we'll find out. Not parking. Which one is it? Is it under cargo? Yeah, horse pasture. Oh, maybe it's not the horse pasture. What do we need then? This one? No? It's not a road depot, is it? I guess so. Okay. Oh, we can put another road depot over here. Sure, why not? We have 7 free ones. So we have 2 extras outside of our requirements for the service centers that we're going to have. So why not? Okay. So yeah, that's vehicle maintenance. So moving on. We can, I don't think I named my construction offices, and you know what, we'll wait on that because I'll name them when we actually fill them with vehicles and set them up. So we'll wait on naming those. We've got our Sedjov horse pasture, that's pretty much good. So let's give it a name here. Let's just make it a P. And this is something that we're going to have to add to our calculations. So I'm just going to pull up our calculator and whiteboard here. And I'll just copy that. I'll just paste it here. What is this? Oh. Okay. We'll move it here, and we'll call it, what was it? Is this Serjov? Alright, Serjov. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I probably butchered it. Yeah, there we go. And it's not utilities, it's horses. I don't know, we'll say it's Serjov horses overnight. There you go. And when it comes to the actual requirements, let's go look at our horse pasture here. Which, see, I've lost it again. I never remember where that one is. Oh my god. I can always find the horse feeder, the horse pasture. I just like, it's just gone. Like I find it and then it's gone. Is it under cargo? Yeah. So weird. Anyway, okay. So what do we need for this? We're going to need 50 kilowatts of power. And that looks like that's pretty much it. So it doesn't need anything else. We can just record the power. We'll grab our record here. We'll paste it down here. We'll say 50 kilowatts. No production. We can take production out. So far no water, but there probably will be. Same with waste. And same with workers. Okay. We lost the whiteboard, just a second, bring that back. Okay, there it is. And so we'll just close that. We've got our whiteboard there. Okay. Next up, we'll look at the Sajov stud form. And the stud farm is under construction. Where is he now? Or maybe he's not under. Maybe he's under maintenance. Oh, I keep losing everything. Advanced industry? Is it here? Yeah, okay, here we go. So we need 50 kilowatts. And we've got 0.6 kilograms of garbage production per worker. We've got 50 workers. So let's record this stuff here. Plus 50 kilowatts. Uh, 0.6 times 50. Kilograms times 50. And workers 50. Right, and what was the water usage on that one? 1 meter a day per worker. Oh no, that's max daily, so 1 meter cube per day. Now we could just go ahead and actually calculate the waste. It'll be 0.6 times 50, which means a max of 30. And actually I don't think I did the waste properly for the utilities, but we're gonna redo the utilities here when we get to them, because we're gonna cover everything now. So that's fine. So that's looking good. And then finally, we've got our carpenter's workshop. And if we go to that, we can add in our stuff. And that's also going to be 50 kilowatts. Water usage, 0.40. Garbage is also 0.6 kilograms per worker, and then there is a cap with the max daily garbage production, but we're just not going to account for that. We'll just, enjoy it and kind of account for the max or the garbage production per worker. Which in this case there's 20 workers, so we'll add that 20 workers, and the garbage production is no longer going to be times 50, and this will be 0.6 times 20, which will be 12. Alright. looking good. So that's that area. There isn't really anything here. You know, I might actually just put another service center here so that it takes advantage of the proximity, but I don't know. Well, it's okay. There's vehicles that go out anyway, so. So let's look at this. Somhaska. So this is a new one. We'll say this is the Somhaska Road Depot. Somhaska gas station. The Somhaska horse feeder. For now, we'll just call this the distribution office. We might give these things more specific names. And the Somhaska technical office. Oops. Why did I click that? Like that. Obviously no calculations are needed. We've got a Sajove bus stop up here. I don't think that we're going to have any other ones, so we'll just leave it called that. Yeah, looks good. Okay, now we're not going to need any pedestrian paths in this area. We're probably going to need some in this area. And so we might as well throw those in now. We'll try to get them as close to the road as possible. Attach that there. We'll bring this one down like that. Actually, it doesn't really need to connect to there, so what we'll do is give it a nice little curve here. Okay, moving up, we'll connect to about here. See if we're close enough. Yep. Kind of go like this. Like that. We'll keep going on here. that. And then we'll kind of bring it there. Bring this one to here. Bring this one to here. Maybe we'll go like that. Bring this one to here. Okay, then we're going to attach one like that. And this can go to here. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Yeah, I think that's good for that area for pedestrian paths. So moving down. I suppose let's go ahead and we'll rename this stuff first and account for it. So this is going to be carriage repair depot. Same with this one. This will be the road repair depot. We'll just call this horse maintenance. Yeah, horse maintenance, just to keep it short. We'll call this the maintenance warehouse. This one, we'll just keep the vehicle repair station. And this is our orphanage, and that's fine. Okay, so let's take a look at what these things are going to require. So first is our veterinarian carpenter, and we'll take a look at that. What was the name of these things? Samhaska. Right, okay. So yeah, let's look at our so we'll call this Samhaska maintenance and orphanage. And we'll just big like that. Drag this stuff over. And we'll grab this. Okay. So looking at our electricity, it looks like we've got 50 kilowatts, which seems to be pretty standard for a lot of these. Our water usage is going to be 0.4. Waste is 0.2 kilograms per workers, and we've got 20 workers total, which is going to give us the 12 kilograms like the other one. Looks like it for that. So let's go look at the maintenance warehouse and what it requires. It'll basically just be which one was it? This one? Yeah. It'll basically just be the electricity, which is 50 kilowatts. We'll add that. We'll look at vehicle maintenance, vehicle repair station. This will have 15 workers. It's going to require 57 kilowatts. Now, most of these buildings aren't actually going to require like 50 kilowatts or 57 kilowatts. That's basically like max usage. So even though we're going to budget for these things, most of our usage will actually come in way under. So we'll account for that as well. Our max daily water consumption is going to be 0.3. Waste is, do we get waste on this? Yeah, garbage production per worker 0.2 with 15, so we'll do 15 times 0.2. It's going to give us 3. Ooh, whoops. Sorry. 12 plus 3 kilograms. And our water is plus 0.3 kilograms. Or, sorry, meters cubed. Yeah. Okay. And looking at our orphanage here, we'll go, that would be under the state infrastructure and children and orphanage. And we'll go look at that. That's going to be plus another 50 kilowatts. The water, 3.10. Pretty heavy on water. Uh, 20 workers. And the garbage production per worker is going to be 0.45 kilograms. So at most that'll end up being 9 kilograms. No, that can't be right. 0.45. Yeah, 9, okay. So why is the other one 12 kilograms? Did I not do that right? Let's go see. If we go look at, say, horse veterinary, with its 20, yeah, so it only has 0.2 times 20, 4. This should be 4. Better make sure I did the other one correct as well. It should be the vehicle maintenance. Yeah, 0.20 times 15. Okay, which will be 3. And did I do these ones correct then? Let's see. .6 kilograms times 50 workers. Yeah, okay. And the carpenter is 20 times 0.6. Okay. Okay. Yeah, looks good. So that's going to be our orphanage. We've got our horses overnight. We've got, we'll edit the utilities because we added a lot there. Utilities is going to grow by a lot. Next we can do the Samhaska bus platform. And this, actually I'll make a new section for this. We'll call this Samhaska North. Although I don't know if that's actually north. We'll call it Samhaska West for now. And we'll go to our bus I'll copy this just to make it easy. Bring this down. Looking at our bus platform. Which is here. Yeah, this one here is the one we did. And it just needs 50 kilowatts, that's it. So we'll put our 50 kilowatts. We have no waste so far. We've got no water, and we've got no workers. Okay. Moving down, we'll take a look at our pub. And if we go look at that one, here. The electricity on that one will be 50 kilowatts. The water is going to be 0.1 meter cube. Waste 0.6 times 5. So 0.6 times 5 for everybody will give us 3. And the workers, of course, will be 5 times 3. Okay. And the naming is fine on that one. So let's look at this. This is going to be our small shopping center. And so let's look at that. I think it was this one. Yeah, max number of workers, max number of visitors. Is it that one? Or did I do one of these? Was it this one? Yeah. Yeah, okay, it's this one. So we're gonna look at another 50 kilowatts. Water is gonna be our 0.4. The number of workers here is gonna be 20. At max, of course, we're not gonna max everything at first. We're gonna scale everything up, but we want to account for max usage, basically. And 0.2 times 20 gives you 4. So we're looking at 4 kilograms of garbage from that. Moving on, we've got our small clinic here. And that's over here. Sorry, state infrastructure right here. I believe we did this one. Yeah. With a maximum number of workers of 4. Or maybe 8. I think that's 8 actually. And the max patience is 12. Which, honestly, we're probably going to need more of these clinics. But for now, we'll just account for the 1. Okay, so it's going to be another 50 kilowatts. The water on this one, $0.16. And then now the clinic is interesting because there's actually garbage produced not only from the workers but also from the patients. So we're actually going to have to make 2 calculations here. So the first one is going to be 0.62 times 8. Which will be 4.96. Plus 1.10 when, if it's full with patients, with 12 patients, it could produce up to 13.2 additional kilograms of garbage. Next we'll do our police station. And we can actually rename the clinic here. Okay, small police station. And once again, we go to our, I think it's state infrastructure. Yeah, small police station. I think we did this one. Or maybe we did this one. Yeah. Right, because it's the horse one. Okay. Okay, so this will be 50. We're going to do another 0.16. Waste will be 45 or 0.45 times 8, and we need 8 workers. 0.45 times 8, 3.6. Okay. Next we have our fire station here. Did I not put the courthouse? I can't remember now. Did I not put the courthouse? Thought I did, but maybe I didn't. I guess I forgot it. Okay. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere around here. It's not near the prison. Alright, we gotta place the courthouse here. Can't have... Oh, right. The courthouse we didn't place because it doesn't have any roads. Right. That's why. Okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. I didn't forget anything. I skipped it. Look at our fire station. So if we go to our state infrastructure here, fire station, we go to our horses. And this one is going to have 20 workers, 50 kilowatts. I'll make this bigger. Water usage, we're looking at 0.40, quite a bit. It's a fire station. Put the right units here. 0.2 kilograms per worker, and we need 20 workers. Or, sorry, 0.2, not... Yeah, 4. Okay. Not really. Halfway done now? Looks like it. Oh, we got to do our station platform over here and this as well. So let's look at that. So we've got our train station platform. And usage for one of those. Which one was it now? That one. Yeah. So just 50 kilowatts in addition. And if we look at the labor hall here, which I believe is under bus platforms, we're looking at 100 kilowatts. Water usage could be up to 4. That's a lot. This thing holds a lot of people though. It has a max of 200 workers. Now we don't actually have to fill it with 200 workers. These are actually just workers that we can use for construction. So we can kind of scale this up and down as we need workers for construction. And potentially the garbage could be 40 kilograms. We'll put it in brackets. We're going to put this 13.2 in brackets as well, as that was the patient garbage. And basically the brackets just means that these are surge numbers, not regular usage numbers. Okay. So now we just have to calculate this mess down here, which is not something I'm really looking forward to doing, but you know, if we want to do this right and kind of get a really good start and you know, I want to do this properly. I don't want this city to just blow up the moment that we begin. So, you know. Now what did I call this one? This is the import switch A. This one will be import switch B. Right? Yeah, this is import switch B. Actually, I think they have different towns now. So, yeah. We'll just say it's switch, because it's no longer in the same town. We'll say it's import switch. We've got our prison here. So the prison, let's go ahead and We'll call this area Somhaska services or something. And we'll actually take the 50 kilowatts out of the utilities section here, because it's now going to be considered part of the services. So we can copy one of these, we'll paste it down here. And yeah, we'll start off with 50 kilowatts for our warehouse. And if we go look at our prison, so we've got 40 workers. Power usage is only 50 kilowatts, which is nice. The max daily water production is going to be 6.2 meters cubed a day. And then when it comes to waste, it's going to be per worker. And we have a total number of workers at 0.45. 0.45 times 40. 18 kilograms. And we've accounted for our warehouse already, and none of this stuff has any actual requirements. Now, again, the construction offices will name at the time that we bring the vehicles in. However, the road depots and stuff can be renamed. And I think this is actually the second. These are Somhaska too, yeah. So these ones are actually going to have a different name. So basically we'll just call this area the services area. Alright, that looks good there. We've accounted for everything else, I believe, so we can just keep moving down. Now we could move these as well into the services section, which might not be a bad idea. So for instance, the rail end station, I don't remember exactly which one that is. That was the 99 kilowatts. So we'll move one of those in and add plus 99 kilowatts. And we'll go up to the utilities and remove the 99 from there. There was also the unloading station here. And if we go look at that, I don't remember exactly which one that was either. Pretty sure it was this guy. Hold on, what does that warehouse use? Yeah, 50. Oh, I probably times one of them. Right, so the unloading station. Yeah, 50. And then the end station was 99. And then this one's 50 as well. So we'll... Oop. So we'll just add 50. I don't know if I actually accounted for that one. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, that was the coal unloading, distribution warehouse, and our railway end station. Next, we've got our fuel distribution storage, which I believe we did account for already under utilities, but we'll just make sure that we've accounted for everything under the utilities. With utilities, if we go look at the heat again, we did the large heating plant, and right, that was 710, so we've got that one. Looking at liquid storage, that one's 50 kilowatts. We might not have accounted for it here, so we'll put it in. We're gonna have to rename these. We'll call it industrial. We'll call it Industrial Road Depot. Amhoska Industrial Gas Station. Industrial Horse Feeder. Industrial Distribution Office, and our Samhoska Industrial Technical Office. Okay. Now it won't conflict with these ones here. So this is our small coal storage A and small coal storage B. Now these use each, I believe, 50 kilowatts, if I remember right. Yeah, and we already accounted for those. That's the 100 kilowatts here, so we'll just leave that as is. We've got our water tower. We'll call it the water intake tower. And if we look at that, no electricity or anything is needed, so we're fine there. We do have the pumping station here. And we'll call this the fueling water pumping station, because this is the pumping station that actually goes to the different fueling lines. Through this water switch, and we'll call this the fueling water switch. Looks good. This will be our big water well. We can just call it the water well. We probably won't have another one in the area. So that's this area here, more or less, now. Nothing here really needs pedestrian paths. Nothing in here needs pedestrian paths. The water well does. But we'll do these paths in a little bit when we get to the bus stop and stuff. And obviously the pedestrian paths in this area we're going to hold off on until we get the residences in. We can look at this one. We've got our parking lot here. I can't remember if I put any other parking lots yet. I don't... Oh yeah, I did this one. That's the Jove parking. Call this just Sajove parking. Call that one utilities parking. And we get 5 free parking stalls. And so what I'll probably do is use the other 3 in this area for people to actually park their stuff in, and then we have like basically 2 destination parking lots to start with. Obviously we can build a lot more parking lots, but because those are the free ones, it just makes sense to make use of them as early as possible, given that we have the horses and stuff. So we've got our conveyor overpasses here. We'll Call this one A. This one can be B. This one can be C. And obviously all of those use electricity as well, so let's go take a look at what those use. $99, $99, and $99. So it's basically going to be 99 times 3, which is going to be $297. I believe which replaces our 198. As we've added a third one now. I don't think water switches use electricity. No, they just take the pressure. Right, we didn't name this bus stop. We'll actually call this one the Samhoska bus stop. And we'll call the one down there the Utilities bus stop. Okay, and then finally on like sort of this side of the road, we've also got our passenger station here. So we can just grab the passenger station addition, which I believe is just 50 kilowatts, or maybe it's 100 kilowatts. Let's actually re-verify that. Yeah, it's 50 kilowatts. So we can add, sorry, this will be to the utilities. And add another 50 kilowatts there. Okay, so now we just need to do our sort of our couple switches that we've got here, and then we'll do the rail construction and maintenance as sort of a secondary thing. Yeah, I don't think there's like a maintenance station, is there? No. Okay. So let's get started on that. So we'll take a look at this. So this is going to be the Samhoska high voltage switch. We can actually just leave that. Actually, we'll call it the splitter switch. We can call our conveyor transfer engine here. We'll just call it the refueling conveyor. Oh. Refueling conveyor. And one of those probably uses 50. Or 99, sorry. So we can just add another 99 to that. We'll say 396 in total for conveyors and transfers. Those do add up. They get pretty expensive, but luckily ours are basically all just transmitted free from the power plant directly, as they're all within range. Next up, we've got our coaling station. And if we take a look at what these require, which one did I do? I did the smaller one, right? Yeah. It's just an additional 50 kilowatts. So let's actually grab this here. Paste this here. Call it train maintenance. Copy that, we're gonna paste it here. And to start with, we've got our 50 kilowatts there. Oop. Okay. Next, we can look at our train depot, which is just an additional 50 kilowatts. We have a storage, so if we look at that, our open storage, this one doesn't actually use any sort of electricity at all. And if we look at the train construction yard, what we're looking at for this one is 60 workers. We've got 105 kilowatts. The water is going to be 1.2 M3. And I don't believe that's including the actual refueling or fueling water, which comes separately anyway. And then the garbage will be 0.20 times 60, which is 12. And we'll just rename it nicely. Okay. So I think that covers it for naming and everything like that. And we've got our totals now. So in the next episode, I will basically come back with the totals and we'll finish designing based on the required population. So we'll add in the homes and then we'll do another recalculation just to update with the additional services. And we'll probably come in here and do some pedestrian paths, although maybe we'll do that right now. Just before, just one final thing before we kind of finish up here. I think that would be a good way to go. And so we're actually going to bring pedestrian paths all the way to here and across here. Maybe we'll go out this way. Out this way. And then starting down here, we'll just provide one way for them to sort of get over the train tracks via walking, if anyone ever wants to be that crazy. Maybe. Let's see. Too close, eh? Oh, maybe I just have to go further. Whoops. Might have to go through that area, but we'll see if I can do it if I start further. Ah, okay. There we go. Yeah, okay. Thought that should work. Alright, so we got our pedestrian path coming up that way. We're actually going to come off this one here. Both of these are going to go straight. And we'll put off the connections here. Alright, so we'll kind of bring this one down. Hilarious. Don't need it, I guess. But we can bring this one About like that. And like that. And like that. Now I believe this is basically the only place I can get path through on this side here. So we'll do something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Something like this. Okay, we can bring this to there. That one can go there. We'll put a crossing here. And then this one will continue. And once again, it's going to have to go under. Can we go under? I might have to move some of these. Okay, I can work with that. So I'll bring that like that. That like that. We can remove that pole for now. Bring that closer. Okay. Right. I needed to put something over here as well. Okay. We could probably put on this side as well. Do connectivity here. We'll put that to there. Once again, we'll remove this power line. Bring the path that way. Put the line back. I will actually do this, I think. Kind of like that. And then we'll bring this one like this. And like that. So let's see, what is our... Yeah, and that's before we update some of our pathing here. The other place we could put some pathing would be like around here. We find a way to keep going off of this. Yeah, looking good. And we can just connect this to there for now. Okay, so that does it for pedestrian pathing. Now if we take a look at access, it almost has access to everything. We're just missing access to this, but once we upgrade those paths, that shouldn't be a problem, which we will have done before we build this for sure. And everything else is pretty much accessible here. For some reason this one isn't. Oh, because of... Right. But it will be accessible. And actually I should solve that. It should have a direct connection. And so what we'll do is sort of bring one like this. Okay, so now if we look, yeah, there we go. Not bad, so before having any upgrades at all. And we have a lot packed into here. So much. It's really great. I'm really excited to see it operational. And, yeah. Yeah, looking good. I think this is going to be a pretty fun city to work on. So, I will see you in the next episode.